I don't know about you, but I tend to overcomplicate things, especially when it comes to playing guitar. I fall into this trap of overthinking the best way to experience consistent and regular progress on the guitar. So I end up buying all the books. I'm talking stacks, embarrassingly large stacks of books. I go through all the DVDs. Oh, and I read those books, by the way, as well. I go through all the DVDs that I've purchased over the last, I don't know how many years, also in stacks. I watch everything I can on YouTube just to pick up one little extra nugget of guitar goodness. I systematically approach my practice schedule. I lay it all out and schedule it out, and it's an hour here and an hour there, and if I miss that hour, I'll just go ahead and roll that over to the weekend and I'll just do a double session. And ultimately, it's frustrating because I end up feeling like, gosh, I really should be better than I am because of all of this work that I'm doing. But the secret to regular and consistent progress on the guitar actually lies in the F word. Yes, cover your ears. Not really, I'm just kidding. The secret to regular and consistent progress on the guitar is all wrapped up in having fun every single time you pick up the guitar. So that being the case, I'm gonna share with you 3 keys to having fun every single time you pick up the guitar. And when I say 3 keys to having fun, you can almost scratch the word fun out and just say 3 keys to experiencing regular and consistent progress, because that's what the fun leads to. Fun fuels progress. So tip number 1, or number 1 key to having fun, is to have a positive attitude. Surround yourself in positivity. I'm talking internally. I want you to have a positive attitude, and I want you to surround yourself in an environment that is positive. The next key to having fun is to develop a consistent playing habit. Now, this doesn't mean hours and hours every single day. What I want you to do, and I'm actually gonna be very prescriptive about this, I want you to just set aside 10 minutes each day. That's it. That is enough for you to create a rock solid concrete playing habit. Just 10 minutes a day. That's it. 10 minutes a day, I want you to pick up your guitar and play and have fun. Okay, more on that here in a second. Now, if you want to up the stakes on this, I want you to take those 10 minutes that you play every day and do it in the same place and at the same time. Because what you're trying to do is to create a rock solid habit. One of those habits that's as unconscious as brushing your teeth. Eventually, if you keep playing for 10 minutes a day, you won't even think about playing. You'll just start playing unconsciously, just like brushing your teeth. I'm sure you don't think about brushing your teeth every single night. You just find yourself in the bathroom right before bed, brushing away at your chompers. That's exactly what I want for you with the guitar. I want you to just find yourself playing for 10 minutes a day. And the last key to having fun, and this one seems almost counterintuitive, is to take breaks, whether those are intentional or unintentional. Let's start with the unintentional, because those are the ones that really throw us a curveball. Let's just say this. Life is a little bit unpredictable. And as much as you want to put in your 10 minutes every day, sometimes things happen and it just doesn't work. Just recently, I was on a flight out to Chicago to see my son, and it got completely canceled, and I had to reschedule everything. And let's just put it this way, guitar playing wasn't happening that day. I had to, much of my time was infused with trying to in a panicked manner, book another flight. So I didn't get my guitar playing in, but I didn't feel bad about it. Okay, and that's the key, is life throws us curveballs, and that's fine. I want you to move on. Don't feel like you have to roll over that practice into the next day. Then you build this like almost gray cloud, this storm cloud over your head of like, oh, I have to do 20 minutes today. Oh, I have to do an hour today because I missed a week. You shouldn't have to do anything. Do you ever find yourself saying, oh, I have to have fun? No, you just have fun. So if those curveballs happen, just roll with them and know that, hey, you're gonna pick up the guitar again the next time you have an opportunity. And then let's talk about those intentional breaks. Sometimes it feels like you're just fighting the guitar. And even though you might be having fun, you might go through a phase where you're like, wow, I feel like I'm just wrestling this thing every time I pick it up. That's fine. Take a break. Take a physical break from playing guitar. That doesn't mean you're not a guitar player because you didn't play guitar. It just means you're taking a break. That doesn't mean you can't think about the guitar. It doesn't mean you can't grab a magazine and read about the guitar or watch the Acoustic Tuesday show. Again, you already have a head start. So breaks are okay. Just approach them with a positive, healthy mental attitude and know that just because you didn't play one day doesn't mean you're not a guitar player anymore. It just means you might need a break, or life's just throwing you a curveball. So there you have it. 3 keys to having fun while playing guitar. Okay, last week on Acoustic Tuesday, we listened to fingerstyle master John Renborn. We learned about the Acoustalock system from Music Nomad, and we heard from our long-lost bearded friend from St. Louis, Matt from Eddie's Guitars, who discussed the vintage versus new debate. This week on Acoustic Tuesday, you've already learned how to infuse your guitar journey with fun. You're gonna learn also how to win a FURCH guitar, and you're gonna hear a mind-bending fingerstyle artist. You have to stay tuned to see this individual because you will not believe what your eyes are seeing. I promise you that. All that and more right after this. I'm Tony Polecastro, and this is the Acoustic Tuesday Show. Guitar geeks, unite. Welcome to Acoustic Tuesday, episode number 102. This is the show where you're going to learn about acoustic guitar gear, discover acoustic artists, and get inspired to live your very best acoustic life. As with all episodes of Acoustic Tuesday, I'm going to dive into my guitar geek list for the week and share it with you. But before I do that, I've got an important order of business. Yes, you asked for it, your Guitar Geek trivia. Here's your question. High Country Snows was the 9th album by Dan Fogelberg, released in 1985. Along with Fogelberg, what bluegrass icon played guitar on the album? Was it A, Dan Crary, B, Doc Watson, C, Tony Rice, or D, Norman Blake? Go ahead and ponder that, and at the end of the show, I'll be sure to give you the answer. Before we dive into the rest of the Acoustic Tuesday show, I do want you to know that Acoustic Tuesday is brought to you by Tony's Acoustic Challenge. Are you tired of playing the same handful of things over and over? With Tony's Acoustic Challenge, you'll have way more fun with your guitar while getting better in the process. This is done with an innovative method I call dynamic guitar learning. Log in every day to find a super fun 10-minute guitar challenge that rotates between the 5 essential categories of guitar improvement. Here's a recent 5-star review from Brian D. I like that the lessons are broken down into manageable chunks where I can learn more readily. I also really like the concept of small wins and how members are always encouraged to talk about their small wins. This is a very encouraging way to learn guitar. To see why Tony's Acoustic Challenge has a 4.9-star rating from over 574 reviews, please visit guitarchallenge.com or go ahead and click the link in the description below. Now, I am excited to dig into the guitar geek meat of the sandwich, but before I do that, I want to visit somebody integral to the Acoustic Tuesday show, sporting, yes, ladies and gentlemen, an Acoustic Tuesday shirt. Sir Noah Jacob Heckman Jr. the first. Noah, good morning to you.
Tony, good morning.
Now, Noah, I've got a couple questions for you to kick things off today, but First, tell us about that shirt you're wearing.
Well, it is a shirt. It's red. It's a nice heathered style. I can't even see it.
It looks comfortable.
In the shot.
Is it a prototype shirt?
Why, yes it is. And I'm not enough in the shot to see it, so I got another one here.
All right, well, what do you got there? Ooh.
So here it is.
Couple different prototypes we're messing around with.
Bah, bah, bah.
Now I want all of you to know that I really would have loved to sport an Acoustic Tuesday shirt today. However, 5 prototypes were ordered. I came back from Chicago and I don't know where they went.
It's because you didn't look.
They were gone.
You didn't look for them.
They were gone. I believe Noah tried them all on. And from what Noah says, they're very comfortable. Wish I could confirm.
Okay, I can't deny that I did try them all on. There was a myriad colors to choose from. So, yes, I had to try them all on. But there were still some here in the studio.
There were. I'm just giving you a hard time.
And they're actually very nice. I really like them. They're super comfortable.
Well, I'm excited, and I want you all to know that please stay tuned for more details on the Acoustic Tuesday merchandise. We are in the process of seriously prototyping some different designs and some different shirts, and you'll be the first to know when they are officially released. Yes. Well, I'm glad to hear you're having a good morning, and I'm glad to hear you have 5 new shirts to go through every weekday.
I will wash them and give some to you.
Well, Noah, I want to dig into the Guitar Geek sandwich, as I said before, but I have a couple comments from Acoustic Tuesday episode 100 that I want to share with everybody. And first of all, let me just say this. Thank you all for those of you who left comments, liked the Acoustic Tuesday episode 100. There was an overwhelming amount of positive awesomeness that happened on that episode, and the congratulations comments were just one after another, so thank you all. I don't have time to read them all here, but I wanted to kick things off with a question that was actually asked on that episode that I think we can all benefit from. So check this out. Jake R. asked the following. He says, I don't know where to ask this question, so I'm just going to ask it here. I've been playing for a few years, but I've just stuck to chords that are easy because of an old football injury. My ring finger on my left hand won't bend at the first knuckle. Here recently, I've been trying to step up my playing and I'm having trouble making my chords nice and clean since my ring finger won't bend at the first knuckle. I've been kicking around the idea of buying a left-handed guitar and learning to play left-handed, but I don't know how I feel about starting over from scratch. I write left-handed, but I've always played right-handed. What would you guys recommend? Should I start over from scratch or try to strengthen the finger and try to get some range of motion? First of all, awesome question, Jake, and I appreciate you asking this. In fact, Kyle B., another Acoustic Tuesday viewer, replied right away and he said, might want to try some alternate tunings and try playing with the slide. Go all Derek Trucks style. To that, Jake thanked him. And I just want to say, you viewers are incredible. The positivity that you cultivate here on the Acoustic Tuesday episode is awesome. So thanks, Kyle, for just jumping in and replying. But I want to stick to Jake's question here. What should he do? Well, I actually came up with 3 things that I want you to try, Jake. And I think you'll see what kind of angle I'm approaching this with. First, I'll second what Kyle said. Alternate tunings. Holy smokes. Alternate tunings open up a whole world of possibility. And the cool thing is a lot of the chord shapes and alternate tunings don't necessarily require all 4 fingers. So you can use the 3 ones that are functional for you and actually make full sounding chords. And it's going to be pretty darn amazing. The second thing I want you to try are alternate voicings or different ways to form the chords that you see in your chord books or that you maybe know and love and are trying to make. By trying these different, we'll call them mini chords, you'll access different voicings and different sounds in standard tunings and still be able to play the songs and things that you know and love without the discomfort that you're currently experiencing. And the last thing, also to go along with Kyle's response, is try slide. Holy smoke, slide is like turning your guitar into a completely different sounding instrument. And the good news is, because the slide's straight, you're just touching that slide against the strings. You don't have to fret anything if you don't want to. I favor playing slide lap style, like think dobro, like Jerry Douglas style. But you can play it bottleneck style, and the good news is, again, you don't have to use your fretting fingers if you don't want to. So there's 3 options: alternate tunings, different alternate chord voicings, or mini chords as I like to call them, and slide. I think you'll find between those 3 things plenty of opportunity to express yourself and have a ton of fun playing guitar with kind of sidestepping your injury. And one parting note on that, it's not a shortcut and it's not cheating. There really is no cheating on guitar. I want you to know that, and I believe in that wholeheartedly. The whole point is, as I mentioned earlier, is to have fun and express yourself musically. And in doing so, you can do whatever you want. And if that's 1-finger chords or 2-finger chords, rock those 2-finger chords because they sound pretty darn good. So hopefully that helps, Jake, and thank you again for your question. The next comment comes from Robert J. And this one, I have to say, really made me chuckle, and Noah agreed. Robert J. says, greetings and salutations from Florida's West Coast. Late again, haven't been able to watch on Tuesday since the Acoustic Life Festival. Parentheses, work sucks. Congratulations on episode 100. And say hello to Molly Tuttle for me next time you see her. Oh, wait. And he's referring to the fact that when I actually did meet Molly Tuttle and had the chance to say hello, I was a stumbling, bumbling idiot. And Noah can actually concur because he was right there next to me trying to save the situation.
Yeah, it's a great story. And I just keep thinking I tried to save it and I didn't. And other guys came in and
derailed.
They got Molly's attention.
Yeah. The funny thing is, Noah, is I was going to say, oh yeah, you can learn about that story when I met Molly Tuttle in, Acoustic Tuesday episode number whatever, but I think I've mentioned Molly Tuttle in every Acoustic Tuesday episode, so I don't really have a single one to point you to.
Yeah, just watch all of them.
There you go. But thanks, Robert J. Certainly appreciate you leaving the comment. And one more from Brandon B. He says, congratulations on 100 episodes. Absolutely exceptional episode. This community is definitely a gem that encourages every guitar geek to live, learn, and enjoy life. Thank you, Tony, Noah, and the Acoustic Life team for all you do for the community and for giving guitar geeks around the world such a great show. Guitar geeks unite. Well, I echo that, Brandon. Thank you so much for leaving that comment. Certainly appreciate that, and I appreciate all the comments. Again, again, as I mentioned before. And speaking of comments, I want you to please leave a comment on this episode. Let us know where you're tuning in from and say hello to your fellow guitar geeks. And while you're doing that, ask yourself a question. Say, am I subscribed to the Acoustic Life YouTube channel yet? Because if you're not, it's super easy. Click that red subscribe button and then go ahead and click that little gray bell. That'll give you a notification of each and every new video that gets released. And one more thing on that note, I want you to do guitar geeks around the world a huge favor. Please like this episode of Acoustic Tuesday. The more likes we get on this episode of Acoustic Tuesday, the more likely other guitar geeks are able to find the Acoustic Tuesday show, and that helps the Acoustic Tuesday dream come true of getting guitar geeks to unite every single Tuesday at 10 a.m. here on YouTube. So please go ahead and leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and like this episode. And also on the whole notion of comments, if you have a question you'd love for me to answer, go ahead and post it in the comments as well. If I don't get to your question, it's not because I don't think you have a good question, it's just because sometimes we get a lot of questions and I can only pick a few to read on air. All right, next item on my list is actually something I've featured before, kind of. I featured the pint-sized version of this guitar before. Long ago, actually some years ago, I featured the Close carbon fiber travel guitar. I always have a hard time saying that. And it's a cool, compact little travel guitar made out of carbon fiber. It's nearly indestructible. Actually almost entirely indestructible, and just a cool, comfortable little travel guitar that you can take literally anywhere. If you are boating, if you're in a plane, if you're a gymnast or an acrobat and you want to take it with you on your routine, you can do that as well. And one of my thoughts when I reviewed the guitar is this is cool and it's very convenient, but it's so small it doesn't offer a full-bodied sound. Hold on, let me show you this. Close just released their full-size carbon fiber guitar. Yes, a full-size carbon fiber guitar. And you're thinking, well, that's not very convenient. That's not actually true because the neck comes off and it stows away into a very convenient, very travelable, very commutable little guitar. So just to show you what this guitar is all about and show you some of the punishment and testing that the folks at Close do, here's a quick product overview of the Close full-size guitar.
We're now finally here to launch the full size. Guitars are very portable instruments, but most full-size guitars aren't cut out for it because they're too big or too expensive to risk damaging. What's the solution? The Close carbon fiber full-size guitar. Made from carbon fiber, it's extremely durable and built to last a lifetime. Full-size body and standard neck scale length create a full-size sound. It withstands extreme changes in temperature and humidity. It's resistant to warping, lifting bridges, failing glue joints, and can fold in half while still fitting in your suitcase. What? Perfect for travel. The proprietary design produces an incredible sound. Full-size means deep, rich, warm resonance. It's been tested by renowned musicians, has superb playability, and comes in acoustic and acoustic electric. Each one is meticulously crafted, filed, leveled, and polished by hand.
All right, so there you see a little bit more of an in-depth look at the Close full-size guitar, but of course that's a promo video, and of course they're gonna say glowing things about it because, well, they made the video. So how does this guitar really stack up? Is it easy to travel with? Does it sound good? Is it comfy to play? Well, I'm gonna answer those questions because I brought this guitar with me to my home and on the road for you to find out. So, without further ado, here's my experience with the Close full-size travel guitar. So I'm sitting in a hotel room in Billings, Montana, and I'm super excited because with me today is my son, Aiden.
What's up?
And Aiden, who are we going to see tonight?
Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson.
It's true. We got tickets to go see Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson. Now I know what you're thinking. That's a metal show. What the hell does this have to do with living your best acoustic life? Well, we're here to prove to you that you can still be a metalhead and an acoustic guitar geek because we brought a guitar, right?
Yes, we did.
And we're gonna show you what it is. He decided to bring the Close full-size guitar because they sent it to us, and I thought, what better way to put it through its paces than to bring it on an actual road trip? This thing is absolutely gorgeous and it sounds awesome. The full-size Close is a potent package. You've got a 0-degree minimalistic headstock with super smooth tuners, a matte finish carbon fiber sandwich top with walnut bridge, black saddle, black bridge pins, and it has a hidden feature on the back. We'll get to that in a second, but Aiden and I want to play first. Time in Billings was awesome. I barely have a voice today, but it's time to go. All good things must come to an end. So there's one last thing I want to show you about this guitar. It's pretty darn cool because it makes traveling with it super easy. It completely disassembles for travel. First, detune the strings. Next, slap a capo on, flip that bad boy over, and then go to work on the screws that connect the neck to the body. The screwdriver is included with the guitar. You unscrew 4 long bolts that connect the neck to the body, and then once you're done unscrewing those bolts, you can completely detach the neck. There you have it, a disassembled guitar, and it stows away beautifully in the included gig bag, which has a body compartment and a separate neck compartment. It's pretty awesome, I gotta say so myself. All in all, I'm super impressed by the full-size Close carbon fiber guitar. It's easy to use, easy to play, sounds awesome, and it's super simple to travel with. One of the things that I had a hesitation about was its sound. And I was totally blown away. In fact, upon first assembly, my first strum, I was like, whoa, this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted a guitar that was easy to travel with, that could deal with any element I threw at it and sounded amazing. And the full-size carbon fiber Close guitar delivers. It's really an incredible guitar. I encourage you to check it out if you travel often, if you travel in inclement conditions and you feel like you just don't want to worry about humidity and you don't want to worry about your guitar, this is a great solution. You know, I love the Taylor GS Mini and I love a lot of other different travel guitars, some Journey instruments that I tried, but this one definitely holds its own and it's something I think you should definitely check out if you're in the market for a travel guitar. So cheers from Billings, off to Bozeman. All right, so there you have it. Hopefully you enjoyed that little snippet into my acoustic life. I was gonna say my life, and then I had a second. I was like, yeah, that's my acoustic life, actually. Really, I'm truly impressed with this guitar. As you can tell, I'm just blown away by the way that it functions, the ease of use, ease of playability, and its sound. I didn't expect it to sound as good as it did. That's not to say I didn't have faith in the folks at Close. It just means that, you know, sometimes I approach carbon fiber instruments with a little bit of hesitation, but more and more they're surprising me. I mean, the folks at Emerald surprise me. The folks at Close are continuing to surprise me. So I think my heart's opening wide to the carbon fiber revolution. But I always want to say carbon fiber. I don't know why that is, Noah. It's like when you try and pronounce Adirondack, it just kind of sets you in a whole different direction. Yeah. Yeah, carbon fiber really does it to me. It really kills me.
Fiber, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I have a couple more comments from Acoustic Tuesday viewers that I want to share, and these are again pulled from Acoustic Tuesday episode 100. If you did not see that episode, don't hesitate. Finish this one and then go watch that one. I featured 10 bluegrass flat-picking torchbearers that you need to see, and it was just an all-around fun episode. I think Noah and I may have been intoxicated by the end. Mildly intoxicated. Check it out if you want to join in on the fun. But here's a couple more comments that were left on that episode. Kevin A says, tuning in from the beer and cheese realm of the States. Great show and congrats on the 100th. P.S. Rogue. Oh, and the pedal. In episode 100, I reviewed the Fishman Tone Deck at my house, and I couldn't do that without cracking a beer first. And I chose a Rogue. It's called the Bat Squatch. It's this beer named after this mythical beast that's the cross between a Sasquatch and a bat, the Bat Squatch. Cool art on the can, and honestly, that's what sold me. I didn't even know what the beer was. It just looked cool, so I bought it. So there you have it. Marketing makes all the difference, apparently. Next comment comes from Jeff S., and this is in reference to those 10 flat pickers I mentioned on Acoustic Tuesday episode 100. Jeff S. says, Trey Hensley changed my life back at the 2018 Acoustic Life Festival when he slayed, lit it up, tore it down, and left ashes on the stage when he played Friend of the Devil. Nothing has been the same since. Great show, Tony and Noah. Congrats on number 100. Norman M. says, congratulations on your 100th podcast. I've enjoyed many of them. You've been able to put terrific in our Tuesdays. Thank you, Tony, Noah, and team. Which reminds me, thank you, Norman, for the comment, by the way, which reminds me, if you're not near a computer and you can't access YouTube and you still want to get your fix of Acoustic Tuesday, you can go ahead and download it because it doubles as a podcast. So if you're taking a road trip and you want Tony and Noah with you on that road trip, please make sure to subscribe to the Acoustic Tuesday podcast. It's a barrel of fun. I actually end up listening to all the podcasts just because I'm a total guitar geek. So I can actually vouch for it. I mean, I'm obviously clearly biased that the Acoustic Tuesday podcast is awesome, but I've listened to a lot of Guitar Geek podcasts, and I'll tell you what, Acoustic Tuesday is a hell of a lot of fun in my ear holes. Anyways, moving on to the next comment from Mike R. He says, congrats on the number 100. I'm blown away by your home. I'm wondering if that was custom built or a repurposed structure. I'm a big fan of alternative home architecture, and that little glimpse was a treat. How about a closer look sometime? From a fellow Chicagoan and Old Town School of Folk Music picker. Well, thank you, Mike. To answer your question quick, that was a repurposed structure. I live, for those of you who don't know what Mike's talking about, in episode 100, I did this Fishman tone deck review from my house, and I happen to live in a converted grain silo, kind of out in the country here in Bozeman, and it's a sight to behold. And good news, Mike, and for others that are interested, you will be getting more and more glimpses of my silo house because I'm going to be doing more and more glimpses into my acoustic life. And I spend a lot of time at home in my guitar den, which happens to be an entire silo. Whitney loves it. Let's just put it that way. So thank you again for everybody that leaves comments on the Acoustic Tuesday show. We absolutely love hearing from you, and it's just a treat to hear what you all have to say. And speaking of Acoustic Tuesday viewers, I've got a mailbag here that's just brimming. It's full to the brim, and one of these items might be the death of Noah and Tony. There might be no more Noah and Tony. So let's dig into the mailbag. First and foremost, I'll get to the one that could be the end of Tony and Noah here in a second. First, let me share with you some music that came in. This is one of those situations where I ordered some albums. Well, I pre-ordered an album, and then I ordered some other albums, and then I said to myself, God, I don't remember ordering that album. So I think I might have ordered this after Acoustic Tuesday episode 100, after I was intoxicated maybe a little bit, and I don't remember ordering this. But good news is I actually did order it. I went on Courtney Hartman's site, who actually was on those top 10 torch-bearing flat pickers from episode 100, and I ordered two albums. First, Ben On Your Side, which is Courtney Hartman and Taylor Ashton. Got this off of her site. And Courtney Hartman's new album, Ready Reckoner, which is outstanding. A glimpse into her true songwriting prowess, and very, very cool stuff. So thanks, Courtney, for making great music, and thanks to Tony. Thanks to myself, because I actually ordered it, even though I didn't know. It was like Christmas when it showed up. The next, we got a letter here. Oops, I dropped a pick. Don't worry, I'll get those picks. This next letter comes from Don from Boston, Massachusetts. He says, Tony and Noah, here are some picks for your as yet unseen pick wall. I know, but I got a pick bowl, and Chuck H made it for me. So these are some picks from, well, I'll get to where they're from here in a second, but I'm putting them in the pick bowl, which is almost to the top. And when it gets to the top, I'll make a pick wall, I promise. One pick on a pick wall just doesn't seem right. Here are 4 picks from my favorite local shop, Mr. Music in the Allston section of Boston. Hopefully I said that right. Maybe it's like Allston section of Boston. They are of different thicknesses, coated chromatically. They're coded by color. How about that?
There you go.
Check out their logo. The logo is way cool. It's a little dude walking with what looks like a guitar case, but it could be a Tommy gun. I don't know. It could be run by the mafia. I have no idea. The logo's on their website too, and also on my jumbo-size gig bag. Since Tony likes his Guitar Heroes, I included a promo pic from the Guitar Hero video game from about 10 years ago, and that's the one I actually dropped. So here it is, the Guitar Hero video game pic. I'll throw that in there as well. Thanks for well over a year of great shows. Don from Boston, Massachusetts. Well, thank you for watching, Don, and thank you for the kind letter and the awesome pics. I'll work on my vocabulary, so next time I'll actually be able to read it properly. This next letter comes from Art A, and he just enrolled in Tony's Acoustic Challenge, and this is just a glowing letter of thanks and kind of a little bit of a backstory, so I'm not going to have time to go into everything, but I want to thank Art for sending me this very kind letter. He says, enrolled, and I'm in TAC Fundamentals right now. Looking forward to the daily lessons and the courses. Cheers, Art. So that's just a condensed version. He sent along some picks. He's been doing some pick experimentation. He sent along a couple Fred Kelly picks with some built-in grip, and then a big stubby, and then another stubby pick from Jim Dunlop. So I'm excited to give those a shot and also add those to the pick wall. And he included a quote from Pete Seeger that I wanted to share with everybody because I thought it was just pretty apropos. Pete Seeger says, playing the guitar is as easy as walking, but it took you a couple of years to learn how to walk, didn't it? And a little food for thought. I thought that was pretty cool. So thank you, Art, for the picks and for the very kind note. Very much appreciate it. And last but certainly not least, the thing that may be the death of Tony and Noah as you know them. This is from the Normans in Oklahoma. It says, hey guys, just thought I'd shoot you a fun coffee to try. Gotta love the name, right? The Normans. And he says, P.S. Thanks for being awesome. So what coffee is this? First of all, okay, so this is what was on the package. It was addressed to us here at TAC HQ with a little guitar and music notes. I'm assuming Bryson or Kaylee drew that. Those are the Norman kids who are guitar geeks themselves and budding musicians. And they sent us Death Wish coffee, which, there's a warning on this coffee. This is the world's strongest coffee. It's highly caffeinated. And there's actually instructions for consuming it on here, so maybe we'll try this soon. Maybe before an Acoustic Tuesday. What do you think? Noah said he thinks he got a headache just looking at it.
That's, yeah. Yeah, what does it mean when someone sends you a death wish?
Well, hey, I don't know what to say, but we'll have to give it a shot. Maybe we'll just half the dosage. I stumble over words as it is. I think with I think
with
you need Death Wish coffee in my veins.
I have to speak here, okay?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna have to make it because the directions are gonna have to be followed. Because even when we have normal coffee, you don't follow the directions. And you make it as if it's a Death Wish coffee, at least from what it's sounding like. So if you made a Death Wish coffee the way that you make normal coffee, yeah, we're definitely gonna die.
Now, I'm sorry, Guitar Geeks. We're going to take a quick detour here because I make coffee so I can taste the coffee. I don't like to be able to see through my coffee. I was just at my folks' house this weekend. Hey, Mom and Dad. And they make coffee every morning. Pots upon pots of coffee. And I know why and how they can drink so much coffee.
Well, I know.
Because it looks like vegetable soup broth.
That's how anybody over 60 makes coffee.
But here's the deal. I like to taste it. I want it like bold and in my face.
I understand. And it's the key is balance. And so let me help you attain balance, okay?
Noah gets mad because he brought in his coffee grinder to grind the beans, and there's a fill line on the coffee grinder. And I will always go over the fill line. And he's like, can you just please fill it to the fill line? And I'm like, no, that's not enough. Anyways. We'll continue the saga of the coffee making here.
That was fun.
The saga? Yeah.
You know what? We should do a home video. We brew it somewhere, and we have it, and see.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough. I'd love to get into what I'm listening to this week and what actually we're listening to here at the studio. In fact, Noah was humming it earlier. I don't know how he was humming it because it's a very complicated riff. But anyways, this artist is one that I was first got hip to in Portland. This artist is based in Northern California. I first discovered him at the Portland Art Market. Whitney and I were in Portland. She really wanted to go to this art market, and I was, super agreeable and was like, yeah, that sounds so fun. I'd love to go to the art market because there's no guitar stores in Portland. Anyway, so we go to this art market, and I'm just, being the loving husband, boyfriend at the time, just kind of following around, carrying bags of clay pots and wooden spoons and prints and other things that, my wife buys at art markets. And lo and behold, they have live music right there in the square. So when I saw that, I thought, Whitney, I'm gonna go get a beer. I'll meet you right back over here. Needless to say, she didn't get met. She had to come find me because this artist was on stage and I was completely captivated. This artist's name is Adrian Belew, and he is a fingerstyle artist that I don't know how the hell he does what he does. It's like he has more than 2 limbs, specifically arms and hands, and I don't understand what's all happening. I've even slow-moed the videos on YouTube to be like, how does a guy do that? So I'm serious here. So you can be the judge for yourself, okay? So here's Adrian Belew playing his new song, String Slinger. Now that is the song that Noah was humming, or I should say trying to hum earlier, because it is a catchy little number. And here's the thing that amazes me about Adrian. First of all, I was amazed with how precise he is and how he's able to maintain such physically demanding music. I mean, watching him even play that little snippet you just saw, that's the kind of stuff he maintains while he plays. And it's with all those harmonics cleanly ringing out, with the rhythm and the difficult bass line and those cool little octaves that he's moving around, almost like those Wes Montgomery octaves. Plus, it kind of has this little twinge of metal music, and I really love that. It's probably what draws me to Adrian's music the most. Now, Adrian is, he's a man of many talents. Let's just put it at that. But I do want you to see another song of his just to show you some more, can I call it flamboyant percussion? I'm going to call it flamboyant percussion. He does this very cool percussion not only on the top of the guitar, but on the bottom of the guitar, the lower bout, and also the face of the guitar. In fact, he does this hit. It's almost like a snare hit with the back of his fingernails on the upper waist of the guitar, and I don't know how he doesn't break his fingers. It just sounds so cool. So without further ado, here's the tune The Mystic by Adrian Belew. A cool song and a cool glimpse into Adrian's, clearly his guitar den, and obviously Adrian's a guitar geek. He put a GoPro on the headstock of his guitar so we could see what he was doing. You could see the Fishman Loudbox Mini lurking in the background, other various gear. There he was playing a Stonebridge or a FURCH guitar. In fact, he's a FURCH artist, which is way cool, and I think he does extreme justice to those guitars, pulling out every ounce of tone that they have to offer. Now you might be wondering, okay, what albums can I get? What should I get? Well, Adrian has 2 albums out. I'm gonna call them projects though, because the second one is kind of a double album. More on that in a second. The first album that he has out is called Steps, S-T-E-P-P-E-S. It's got him basically in a Indian style type of cross-legged position on a rock. I know the cover's very memorable because I know for me, myself, I could never sit like that. So that's the first album, Steps, awesome. That's the one I bought actually in Portland when I saw him. And then just recently he released an album called String Slinger, which is a double album. And it's him doing the same songs, first in a solo format and then with a band. So you get 2 glimpses, 2 takes, 2 perspectives on each song, which I think is ultra cool. And I got to tell you, from what I've heard from that album so far, that is one you need to have in your collection, bar none, period. You can get it on his website. And to access his website, please visit acousticlife.tv/AT102. And while I'm at it, everything I've mentioned so far, if you want to do a deeper dive or if you want to learn more about it, watch longer videos, please visit acousticlife.tv/AT102. You'll be able to find everything I've featured in this episode and everything I'm about to feature in this episode. Speaking of this episode and what I'm about to feature, we're actually going to hear from Adrian Belew again. So let's just go ahead and have Adrian announce this very special contest. Here you go.
What's up, everybody? Adrian Belew here, telling you a little bit about the FURCH Guitar giveaway that we're doing on Instagram. We're giving away 3 incredible instruments, and we're doing a little contest until the middle of August. I'll be judging along with a couple of other guys, and I'm really looking forward to seeing your posts. All you gotta do is use Instagram, follow the FURCH Guitars page, that's FURCH Guitars, and then post a video or a photo of you and your guitar doing something original, something cool, a cover maybe, riff, anything you want. We're looking forward to checking it out. Just make sure to use the hashtag FURCH giveaway, FURCH giveaway, and then make sure to tag 2 or 3 people that you think might be interested in the competition. It's going until mid-August, so I'm looking forward to checking out what you post. Thanks again, folks. Adrian Belew, over and out.
Yes, you heard that right. You can win a FURCH guitar, a FURCH. How did he pronounce that?
That was pretty
Noah?
good. That was good.
FURCH?
Yeah, that was good.
FURCH. You can win a FURCH guitar just by posting a picture. Yes, and I know during the video, Adrian said he was going to be on this judging panel with a bunch of other guys. Well, I'm really proud to announce I'm going to be one of those other guys. I'm one of the other guys. I'm going to be judging the FURCH giveaway contest along with Adrian and Peter FURCH, which I'm super excited. When I got the email that asked me to be a judge, I was like, I couldn't respond fast enough, first of all, because I was super excited, because I think this contest just aligns with having fun with guitar and enjoying it and living your best acoustic life. So just for a quick recap, so you can win a FURCH guitar if you want to. I mean, I don't know. If you're a guitar geek and you're watching Acoustic Tuesday and you think, gosh, it'd be really nice to win a nice guitar for free just by posting a photo. If that resonates with you somehow, here's the rules real quick. I'm just going to reiterate this. I know Adrian talked about them, but it's 3 simple steps. First, follow the FURCH Guitars Instagram. Second, post a video or photo of yourself essentially living your best acoustic life. Do something cool with your guitar. Play something awesome. Play a song you've been working on, an original riff. Play something on. If your guitar has an amazing back and sides, like a real sexy piece of wood, take a picture of it, post it on Instagram. But make sure whatever you post on Instagram, you hashtag, or you tag, is that the right term? Yeah, you tag it, hashtag FURCH giveaway, FURCHGIVEAWAY. That will, of course, enter you in the drawing. But there's one final step you must do, and that is tag 2 or 3 of your Guitar Geek buddies and share the giveaway contest with them, so that your Guitar Geek buddies have a chance to win one of 3 guitars as well. The prizes are awesome. The judges, if I do say so myself, I think are pretty neat. And I just think the overall giveaway is awesome. Just live your best acoustic life, document it, post that on Instagram, and voila. Just by doing what you normally do as a guitar geek, you have a chance to win an awesome guitar. And I can't wait to judge those. I'm really excited. And I believe the contest is going through the middle of August. So to get the details on that, visit acousticlife.tv/AT102. You'll see a link to the FURCH website, and you can click on that, and all the details and contest entry details and things like that will be there. All right, Noah, we've nearly done it. We've nearly done it. We've climbed the mountain. We've loaded up our rucksacks with the right food. We've packed the sleeping bags, the tent, the bivy sack, if that's a thing. We've placed the crampons on our feet. We've ascended the mountain. We're nearly at the peak of Acoustic Tuesday.
You have your hiking poles?
We've got our poles, collapsible poles that are lightweight. We've got meals ready to eat.
Ooh.
We've got goggles. Probably need those.
You get your Camelback.
A couple bottles of water. What I'm trying to say is Acoustic Tuesday is nearly finished, but we have one final important item of business, and that is, of course, your Guitar Geek trivia. Here's a quick reminder of what the question was. High Country Snows was the 9th album by Dan Fogelberg, released in 1985. Along with Fogelberg, what bluegrass icon played guitar on the album? Was it A, Dan Crary, B, Doc Watson, C, Tony Rice, or D, Norman Blake? If you answered B, Doc Watson, you're 100% correct. Doc played guitar on Fogelberg's 9th album. Fogelberg's High Country Snows was a seminal part of progressive bluegrass or newgrass and featured many bluegrass star players alongside Doc Watson. Among the star-studded bluegrass cast involved in the project were the following: Jerry Douglas on dobro, my personal dobro hero, David Grisman on mandola and mandolin, Chris Hillman on mandolin, Herb Peterson on banjo and vocal harmony, Ricky Skaggs on harmony vocals, and Vince Gill also on harmony vocals. That is absolutely one of my favorite albums. I think long ago when I heard that album, when I was on a road trip out west with my folks in the back of a 1992 Chevy Gladiator van, white with gold stripes. It was a real sight to behold, let me tell you. My dad had this case of yellow cassette tapes. That was one of the albums, and listening to that album, I think unconsciously got me hooked on bluegrass music. It's one of my favorites. It'll go down, it's easily in my top 10 albums of all time. Just a fantastic album from the songwriting perspective, from the singing perspective, obviously from the instrumentation aspect. Just a killer album that you all need to hear if you haven't heard it so far. With that, Acoustic Tuesday is coming to a close, but let's take a quick sneak peek into next week to see what's going to happen on Acoustic Tuesday. You're going to hear a blues artist with a heartfelt message. You're going to look at and probably drool over the new Heartbreaker of the month. I'll actually play a bluegrass tune for you. And you'll get a close-up look at Beard Guitar's newest addition to their 6-string family. Yes, that's going to happen next week on Acoustic Tuesday. Remember, you can catch Acoustic Tuesday every single Tuesday here on YouTube at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And of course, for your Acoustic Tuesday fix in between Tuesdays, please visit acousticlife.tv, where you can do a deep dive on anything I've ever featured on Acoustic Tuesday. There's additional videos, there's longer videos, there's description, there's links to the website. If you want to buy the stuff, you can buy it there as well. Again, that's all at acousticlife.tv. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us today. Noah and I wish you the best Guitar Geek week possible, and remember, Guitar Geeks unite. Cheers.